I didn't find any music for this week. Shame on me.
My
Yuri, my bad.
My podcast
Oh, no.
is Man Cave. Here we are, doing the business, having a podcast, talking with friends about things that don't matter. My podcast, His Man Cave. Here we are again.
That was like a Southern Trey Parker, wasn't it?
A
little bit.
I'm
I
not
like
sure
it.
what the fuck that was.
I like it.
Everybody, welcome
Every
Tony
now-
Tamaccio
every now and again,
to
I just black
my
out
podcast,
and-
His
and-
Man Cave.
And music's come out of my mouth.
Yeah, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I've got most of them recorded too. So,
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, David. Happy to be here.
man, thank
Yes,
you
our
for coming.
fantastic guest
Yes.
this week,
Great to be
Mr.
back again.
Mr. Tamaccio.
It's been a while.
A Tony Tamaccio, if that is by your monicum still going by.
Yeah, it's shorter alliteration. Yeah, that's my stage name.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my clothes on when I'm Anthony.
Yeah, mine's okay. So yeah, my stage name,
Yeah, my stage name is Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny for me.
Destiny?
Yeah,
Isn't that a little arrogant?
not even a little.
How about you couldn't have just been like, fate?
No.
You know, it's got to be Destiny.
I thought Vixen. I thought that was a little too on the nose.
See, my stage name is Daffodil because I'm a weed, but if you blow, you can make a wish.
Wait. Oh, like
Dandelion.
dandelion. Okay,
Dandelion.
okay.
Yeah.
Dandelion.
I fucked that up
that's-
right off.
well,
Good
no,
job.
You learned something.
Yeah, no, I mean you don't know how to tell good jokes till you tell bad jokes. Trust me, I know.
He was daffodil until someone blew him, and then he's like, while he was on weed.
Yeah,
he's
and
like,
I was like, you know what? I'm really a dandelion.
Yeah. Well, it's the same way with movies. You don't know good movies until you see bad movies. And we were talking about bad movies. We were talking about Zoolander. And I've never seen Zoolander because it seems like it's a terrible movie.
It's a good movie. It's like awesomely bad. It's supposed to be terrible.
It's that Austin Powers level of like, yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's not like they don't fly in the face of it every 10 seconds.
Absolutely. It's absurd. It's absurd.
Yeah, you're not watching Citizen Kane, you're watching Zoolander, and it's got Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller being borderline themselves.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I loved it. I watched it numerous times.
I've tried to watch parts of it, and that may be where I've fallen.
But I was in love with the woman lead.
Yeah.
Can I say? Are we still allowed to say female lead?
Famali is probably the more.
What was it? What was
Well, it was-
Christine Taylor? That's his
Yeah.
wife in real life, but she was on Hey Dude. I know I'm aging myself here, but did y'all ever watch that on Nickelodeon?
Yes, no, I remember it.
She was Melody.
I didn't
Oh my
have
God.
Nickelodeon growing up.
I loved Hey
I li-
Dude.
I lived in a budget household.
I
Y'all
guarantee
didn't
I
have a
tugged
nickel?
one out to this girl that you're talking about. Point in time or another, had to.
That is about that would be around the coming of age time. So yeah,
Did you coming of? Did
Yep.
you? That's a good one. I like
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, that's good.
that was a good
Yeah, but no,
show.
I've never watched that movie. I've lived my whole life without watching that one.
You should put it down.
It took me a long time to watch Team America: World Police too.
See, that compared to Zoolander is nothing, like in my mind. Like Zoolander is a truly good, fun romp. Whereas World America Teen Police, like, nobody quotes that movie. People quote Zoolander. I can walk down the street and find people to this day.
I disagree that people don't
disagree.
quote Team America because I walk around saying "fuck Canada" all the time.
Well, fuck
Or you don't know what you're talking about, you know.
yeah, well, that's more of the South part.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
South
that's
Did they
Park.
say
Team
fuck
America.
Canada?
Team America World. Yeah,
In
in one
World
part,
Police?
it's one of the parts that I remember where they're
Okay.
saying something and one of the guys goes "fuck Canada."
Okay.
But that's only really that in the song the
Yeah.
the America, fuck yeah.
Okay, that
or when
stuck.
it's sad and it's America, fuck yeah. It's all like somber.
You did the somber country voice well.
great.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny you mentioned that because literally, during the freeze, like I keep a list of movies for me and my girl to watch, you know, like catch up on what or haven't seen.
Right.
And Team America was on there, and I made her watch it, and and I just
Clockwork Orange style. Eyes open, tied to chair.
It's almost
Red
how it
Bull
was.
took care of
It's
that.
almost how it was for me when I had to watch it, or I watched it.
But dude, like culture has political correctness has come so far since that movie. Like, you remember the Film Actors Guild with all the actors, what they called them?
Right.
You can't even say that word now, you
No.
know. And it's like that was They probably said
Oh,
it
yeah.
50 times in that movie.
Oh,
And back then, it didn't exclusively mean homosexual. You know,
And see, here's the thing.
Until homosexual people said,
I think-
we want that word so we can call it hate.
See, I think even right now it doesn't exclusively mean homosexual.
It's bundle of sticks,
What
right?
we think is irrelevant, David.
I know.
because We're straight white dudes.
I know, and that's always
Thank
such.
God we don't work for Coke.
Yeah. That's,
All right, well, let's flip the script just a hair.
All
But
right.
can I just say one more thing about Team
Absolutely.
America? The advice, the thing about dicks fuck pussies, but they also
Yes.
fuck assholes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, just that whole thing. I have heard, not quoted word for word, but y'all should go back and watch that again.
No,
'Cause
no, no,
It's
I-
really some sage advice.
Yeah, no,
the way they lay that all out.
The way
It
that
is
they
good,
lay it
yes.
out is truly magnificent and a excellent commentary on differential opinions coming together to help solve issues in the world. I do not deny that it is a good movie. What I like at all, but it's not quite in the same vein of Zoolander because again, Zoolander just has that. Like, the thing about Team America World Police, it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's absolutely...
It's decent.
But...
Zoolander, horrible.
But Zoolander's big Hollywood. Team America is not.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. It's got more mass appeal, Zoolander.
It's got a lot of cameos, a lot of big name
Yeah.
actors. Very underrated Will Ferrell movie. He was hilarious in that as Mugatu.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's in it. You should check it out.
I'm 50-50 on Will Ferrell. Like I didn't.
Okay.
I
What
didn't
about
like-
John Voight as a curmudgeonly bad father coal miner?
I like John Voight.
Okay, well.
But when it comes to Will Ferrell, I'm 50-50. Like the
Jerry Stiller.
the NASCAR movie that he did.
Talladega Nights.
Hated it.
Shake and bake.
Fucking
Really?
hated
Shake
it.
and
Hated
bake,
it.
baby.
Fucking hated it.
People either love Will Ferrell or fucking hate him because, like,
No,
I
no,
think
I'm
he's hilarious.
50-50.
My dad is like, he just screams all the time.
Like-
I was like, right, but he does it so well.
The first Anchorman was hilarious. The second Anchorman was,
Well, the second Anchorman, I could tell that was a bunch of people wanting a paycheck real quick.
Dude.
Like, it did not have the same level as the first Anchorman.
The second anything that's comedy is not going to be good.
Did you know that it took them like
Second and third in Hangover case.
21 days or something stupid to shoot both of those movies?
That's it.
It was like 3 weeks on one, maybe 4 weeks on another one. It was the shortest filming. Like I listened to a whole podcast about it where they were talking about both movies. They took, I mean, it was a month maybe.
That's
to
remarkable.
to shoot the entire movie.
That actually makes a whole lot of sense because if you really watch Anchorman, it really does feel like you could just get those guys together, turn on a camera, and say go.
That's kind of what they did.
And then, like, in 3 hours, you'd have an hour's worth of good footage.
Y'all seen that, it was Jeremy Piven. It was one about selling used cars. Wasn't there?
Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Live Hard, Sell Hard, or
something like that, yeah.
yeah, I never
what was
watched
called
it.
the?
but
It's called the something.
the sell, the hard sell, the
The goods.
The Goods.
goods. That's right. Yeah,
That was surprisingly hilarious.
I never
Yeah.
watched it.
It was fucking.
I wanted to, but I never did.
And then Will Ferrell was Ashley Schaefer in Eastbound and Down. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Ashley
Eastbound,
Schaefer BMW.
Eastbound and Down. The only thing I remember from that show was I can throw a baseball fast as fuck. That was it. I remember watching a couple episodes and was like,
No, I remember the goods. And, like, one of my favorite scenes from that movie is when all the strippers that they got show up to get ready to help sell cars. And the one girl goes into some political side rant and he's like, oh, you must be the college girl. And so and then she's like, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, oh, strippers always fall into 3 categories: college girl, single mother, and girl with a drug problem. And then he looks over at the other 2 girls, he shakes one of their hands, be like, how's your daughter? And then and then just walks off. And then they both just look at the other girl, be like, God, you need to clean up.
That's funny.
that is good.
I think that stereotype of stripper is all the same gal nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They're in online college, raising their kid, doing drugs. You know?
Yeah.
Man, I hadn't met a stripper in so long.
Me
I
neither.
hadn't been to a strip club in so long.
I used to go a lot. It was
Deja?
yeah.
Yeah, well, the last time I went was one of my buddy's birthdays, and it was like 2017, 2018, something like that. Maybe it may have been as early as 2016. But what I found remarkable is that fucking club, I worked there back in 2001, 2, and 3, or 2, 3, and 4, something like that. And that club has not changed since back then at all. Carpet, pictures. The only thing that's changed are the titties. That's it. But the stories are the same. The names are going to end up being the same. Just faces and nipples changing. That's it. It was pretty sad. Like, you figure that place is a fucking cash cow. That you'd replace the chairs, you replace the carpet, you paint something. Maybe you rearrange, change the feng shui of that motherfucker or something. But no.
Why would you?
I mean, I guess because it's a cash cow, you just don't change
anything
it.
you want to update, but
That's what I would think. But
I guess the only updates
I'm not
are the
titty
stretch
bar, I
marks,
guess.
you know.
yeah, the security guards.
Nah, man.
Now
That's
they're
the
on
whole.
fentanyl instead of heroin. You
Well,
know.
the thing is, strip clubs are about to go the way of the dodo. What with OnlyFans now?
Oh yeah.
Because now, why would a girl be a stripper when she can just have an OnlyFans?
That's true. I mean, sell your butthole for $30,000-$40,000 a month. I'd do it if I could. I'm sure my wife would let me.
How many guys have said, if I could do that, I would? You know.
It's like every guy that. But it's not for us.
It's not for us.
No.
But it's like
it's for us. But it's
I am a little bit jealous that they do have that opportunity. I mean, that they don't deserve it, but it's like shit.
Well,
what an easy fun way to make money.
Well,
you know?
here's the thing:
you just lay in bed, get down on a cucumber, and just fucking check your Venmo.
No. I will stand.
That's like a Sunday afternoon.
I will stand the test of this argument because I will say that men could do it. The problem is most straight men get uncomfortable with the fact that gay dudes could be masturbating.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was going to say is sex sells, but only to men.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't feel like there's a market. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it because, gay people would be enjoying it. I just don't think, men are the market. I don't think there's enough gay men to sustain a living or straight girls, watching someone like me. It's not going to happen. Maybe I could just jerk off and tell, like, really offensive jokes that you can't say in public,
No, here's the thing.
You got to subscribe to my OnlyFans to hear this fucking doozy.
No, because here's the thing. We've actually talked about this before. The key to your success would be proper storytelling, all right? Because everybody just goes on there, masturbates, and then it's over. Mm-hmm. You got to build it up. You got to have production value, all right? We got to put you in cosplay. That's step one. There has to be a narrative element. There has to be maybe you were spiked by a magic potion and now you have to jerk off because of the magic potion. These are all just spitballed ideas.
I mean, I think
is a good idea. A narrative, huh?
I disagree. I think the KISS theory is where you stick with these OnlyFans is keep it simple, stupid.
But everybody's doing that.
Yeah,
you can see any girl's butthole.
You should combine both your KISS theory and your cosplay theory.
So you
and
cosplay
dress
as
up
KISS.
As Gene
Simmons
and tongue your own asshole. Now we're something.
Fucking getting somewhere. Man, I should have made this a round table.
We should have. What if there was like an escape room and like you had to stick your dick in all these holes to like get out? That's a pretty fun narrative.
That is.
How deep do you have to go? Because I might be stuck in there for a while.
Hey, if I get
that's
stuck,
how your wife got you.
Yeah. I think it's worth bragging about if you get stuck. It's like, see, at least I didn't just slide right in.
I didn't slide right in, slide right out. Got stuck in this one.
Got stuck in that one.
But yeah, exactly. Like, here's the thing. Wouldn't that be fun to see? Like, fucking, I'm in an escape room. I got to put my dick in all these holes. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, somebody would watch that.
I'm gonna spank my dick all day.
Well, somebody
and Venmo every night.
Somebody would do it, watch it, and not even jerk it. They'd watch and just laugh.
Yeah, but that's still money in your pocket.
I watch a lot of stuff that I'm like, oh my god. I don't find it to be sexually arousing or anything, but some of it's fucked
it's
up.
Entertaining.
And some of it's sexual. Some of it is helicopter accidents, and some of it is motorcycle accidents, and some of it is, a guy getting fucked by a cucumber on a drill that's going like, or the guy getting fucked to death by the horse. I don't know if you've ever seen that video. I'm sorry, but
I have.
When the guy gets fucked to death by the horse, that's a crazy video to watch.
Actually, I just came up with a brilliant idea for an OnlyFans page for guys. Check this out. So you create an OnlyFans where you go to glory holes and you stick your dick in and just film you from the other side of the glory holes. Doesn't matter if anybody's on the other side or not, or even if it's a real glory hole. You just live stream that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And people would still watch it and be like, yeah, he's getting his dick sucked in a glory hole.
I wonder who's doing it.
I wonder who's doing it. Could be anybody. Like the fucking mystery. The narrative.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And you could tour the country.
You could tour the country.
Fucking truck stop restroom to truck stop restroom.
You could
rest areas.
You could have 8 different videos in this room alone. Because all you got to do is just go up to a wall and record yourself like this, you know what I mean?
There should at least be a fleshlight on the other side for some sort of realism. there are going to be some connoisseurs who are looking for continuity. You know,
Yeah, because here's the thing: you got to have the realistic sloshy noises, and then you have to have your
in a post.
and then your
Get some
facial
oatmeal on
reaction.
hand.
Yeah, your facial reactions have to match. So you either have to be a real skilled actor, or orgasm.
No, look, the better part.
Which I'm sure has been
I'll just
said
wear-
to
No, it's-
several people in Hollywood.
I'll just wear the scream mask.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, no, here's what you do. Here's how you make it go one step further with it. You make all the videos like 6 seconds long, where it's like, here we go.
No, because you got to have time enough for them to tip you. You got to have time enough for them to
y'all
tip
are
you.
great.
Come
No,
shot us.
all of them are fast as fuck. You have premature ejaculation issues. What are you gonna say?
Coming to America. There it is.
Coming in America.
Yeah.
Coming on America. Coming to America.
Starring Eddie Murphy. Psych.
But yeah, no. So that's where I feel like, yeah, I don't deny that it would be 1,000 times harder for guys to do it, but it's possible. And I also, here's the thing.
That's fucking funny.
I know a lot of girls that probably don't have very successful OnlyFans page because it's a lot of work to promote, get new viewers, like do things that get people in. Like I mean, how many people watch this podcast? I mean, us fucking getting to 100 subscribers took long as fuck. Like it is,
and we
hard.
lost 2, so we're still at 98.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so I mean, it takes an X factor to be successful in OnlyFans,
The promotion
other than
is
just
the
having a
hardest
vagina.
part, yeah.
I know one thing that I've heard a lot of people talk about their complaint with OnlyFans is they see, there's some weather chick in their town that they find out has an OnlyFans and they pay $6 and they never even see her naked. She never shows a titty. She never does anything. And people are like, fuck you, bitch. And they go at them.
Really?
Because
OnlyFans started out.
OnlyFans, they're expecting
sexual.
they're expecting you to suck a dick or you finger yourself or squirt all over a camera.
But
they're expecting a lot for that $5.95 a month.
Mm-hmm. It used to not. The page was originally developed
Designed for artists.
For artists. So for them to expect that is just kind of a new thing. Like unless she says that's what's going to happen.
Well, I also think that
them.
No, I think because I know I hadn't never heard of OnlyFans until COVID happened and it started becoming a porn thing.
Right.
Check out.
But that's
this
only
chick.
recent. That's
Right,
very
and
recent.
I get that that's only recent, but it's only been recent that I've learned about it. So
Yeah, so that's
all
the
of my interaction with it has been in a sexual nature, not a music nature like it was originally.
So yeah,
intended.
now everybody has the idea that that's what OnlyFans is,
Yeah.
even though that wasn't its original iteration.
Just like
that
I've never
wasn't what it was
ordered books
created
off of
for.
Amazon. I only order shit that I don't need.
It's kind of like hate speech, Once it becomes this word means that thing, then that's what
Then
everyone
that's all it
expects,
is, yeah.
Right?
And once a certain group has decided that now is attached to them, that's what it is. Now, it's not, again, and this goes back to what you were talking about, too. It's like the truest problem is that people assign what you mean by saying a thing, even if that's not what you meant. So
Absolutely. That is the age-old argument. Intent versus impact.
Mm-hmm.
Half the fucking people who annoy me will say, your intent is beside the point. It's the impact you made that you have to atone for. And it's like, no, I will always disagree with that. Because what happened to, you took it the wrong way. That's your fucking fault. You misunderstood.
Yeah, I think the impact falls on the user,
The listener, yeah.
the listener. Because I know when I hear something that sparks something in me. Say somebody says something about parents getting divorced, and it dredges up memories about my parents getting divorced. Mm-hmm. That's for me to carry, not everybody in the room.
Or like me being an addict and someone's drinking. I'm not going to fucking stop y'all from drinking. That's my
Yeah,
problem.
I heard somebody say the other day that the word alcoholic is a bad thing to say because it'll make somebody relapse. Like, how's that my fault?
True alcoholics know that we're always alcoholics.
Yeah.
That's why you're never recovered. You're always recovering.
Yeah.
It's one day at a time. You can there are people who have been sober for 30 years and then go on a bender, end up in a hospital, and die within a month.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
And
So
it's the exact same thing.
they're wrong to say that.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing with depression and so many other conditionings and addiction, not just alcoholism, but addiction in general. You are always recovering. You're always moving towards being better, but you're never going to get there. It's like paying off student loan debt. You're never going to get there. You can just keep putting the money in the pot every month and have the dream that maybe I'll die without missing a payment.
All right.
Except with debt, with like recovery, when you die, it's over. With debt, it goes on to your family.
It goes on
so
your
this
family.
is the perfect segue, I think, to this video that I have here.
my God.
As far as you're talking about debt and it piling up on you, right?
Okay.
So, but
right.
hey, this is the kind of wrestling shit that I would like to be a part of. Anybody got a chair? Here, throw me one.
Oh my God.
That does look like student debt, doesn't it? That's the
Yeah.
interest.
That's all interest right there.
What is?
Wow.
Where is this, Johnny?
I have no fucking clue. When
Okay,
I saw it,
what-
it was
Are
like,
you fucking
oh
serious?
my! It's 52 seconds of people throwing chairs.
They
at the
have to be
motherfucker.
done soon, right?
Not yet, man.
How? Wow. How did they fill every single chair in that
I mean,
establishment?
I don't think they did. I think they threw them all. Look, they're like, all right, come on, that's enough.
Are they really trying to stop
Yeah,
the
all right,
crowd?
hey, can we not? Like, are you? What are you about to do? Jump off the top rope?
Dude, did they
Everybody-
die? Did they?
There's no way they died because, like, after the first row of chairs covers them, like, they have to, like, it's not going to provide any more stress on the guy.
Okay, it makes like a
shell. Yeah. The first layer makes a shell. Now, taking the first layer must have sucked, but
Well, now you got to get his ass out from underneath.
Oh, now
there,
he just
too.
has a scaffold on him.
Yeah.
They're actually helping him, is what
Yeah.
you're saying, David.
yeah, he can build himself. You know, he's pulling himself up by his chair straps.
And the saddest thing about this, they all throw their chairs, right?
Yeah.
So he can't even see the fact that he has a mandatory standing ovation.
Yeah, he's got a mandatory.
Dude, good call.
And also, I would be the guy in the crowd that's like, but what am I going to sit on
Yeah,
afterwards?
yeah.
Like,
I hope this is the end of the
yeah,
show.
this better
and
be
not-
the end of the
not the second
all
match.
of it.
My jacket was on my chair.
My
Can I
jacket
get
was
that
on my
back?
chair.
See, this is the kind of shit that I dig, man. This is the
Nerd alert.
most recent space launch. That rocket is on its way to Mars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am in the minority on this one, but I think that's cool that y'all like that. That you. Like
I
that.
like it.
I'm glad you like it.
Don't hate on me.
No, here's the thing. I love space robots. Like, and I love that we just put robots. Like, there's a robot on the moon. There's a robot in Mars. I love that we just put robots on planets.
Do you know what I want? I want the potholes filled on my street. That's what I want. I want Earth to be cool before we go somewhere else. That's what I want. I don't understand. The obsession with going to some other planet when shit is so not finished here. That's what bothers
Well,
me.
filling potholes doesn't put money in your elected officials' pockets, man. Paying for NASA does.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But I feel like people are just like, fuck the Earth. We chewed it up and spit it out. Let's
Yeah,
go somewhere
we
else.
gotta-
And they're
we
going to
got-
leave us here. I hope y'all know that. This is not for us.
No,
Yes.
We're poor.
Yeah, even if it was, what are you gonna try at 40 years old? Are you gonna want to go to Mars and start the fuck over? I don't even want to go to fucking Dallas and start the fuck over. No, it's not for
You're
us.
fucking right.
Yeah,
It's,
that's
it's
so
not
right.
for us. It's never been for us. Well, I don't think I can show.
There's no OnlyFans on Mars yet, right?
There's no OnlyFans. You could be the first OnlyFans user on Mars. That's why we're going.
Get like an asteroid hole.
I don't think I can show this one.
What? You can't just live in the moment.
Right.
You have to have a picture
No,
of
man,
these
some
titties.
people can't. That's funny you say that because people can't live in the moment. I'll tell you right now, people had to learn how to live in the moment recently with all that fucking snow and ice we had.
Yeah. No, that was.
Living in the moment, trying to fucking get water out of a gutter.
Dude, you are not lying. That was some real shit. Everyone's posting the pictures of them just picking up snow and putting it in a crock pot. I'm like, holy shit.
My homeboy sent me a picture. He has this big ass crawfish cooker. You know, one of those big square ones that you can dump. It's got the basket and everything built into it, and it all dumps and whatever. And they were shoveling snow in that thing, and fucking instead of boiling crawfish, they were boiling snow to make water.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we talked about it last time or not, but I was fortunate as fuck. We didn't lose power. We didn't really lose water. Like, our pressure got low, but I mean, people were coming over here and taking showers.
Yeah, I was very lucky and blessed too. We actually, and I didn't post about it, to be sensitive. But we didn't lose power or water, and our energy bills are gonna be through the roof. But I donated a couple cases of water that I had at home because, that seems like a really, really horrible. Almost, we're not used to that in this day and age. It's like
Well,
almost inhumane, especially if you have children don't have water.
I think the thing is that people just failed to plan. People live in the moment, live in the day, the instant gratification, and nobody prepared themselves. We knew about the storm for a week before
That's
it got
my
here.
thing. They told us. We knew.
We knew it.
We went to the grocery store. We stocked up on everything, and then people were like, "Oh my god, I don't have food." It's like the next day, I'm like, "You don't even have a fucking sandwich?" Like this shit was on the news.
Yeah, I mean, I had flour and yeast so I could make bread. We had water. I have firewood. I had propane. I went and got a ton of propane so that way I can make sure I had heat back here for them because I have a propane heater in here, and I had little electric heater in there. The dogs were golden. I went and got an extra bag of dog food so that way my can was full just in case something happened. And I mean, I keep beans, I keep ramen.
I keep beans, son.
Well, I do. I mean,
all them beans.
I could go in there and get you 30 bags of beans right now. You know what I mean? A bunch of
got a
bags
bean
of rice.
guy.
I got beans coming out my ass, and it's because I go to the grocery
That's
store.
what that
I
is.
buy
They
beans.
are the magical fruit.
I buy beans. I throw them in there because you can eat them. All you gotta do is boil them motherfuckers, man. You can eat fucking beans. It don't take much. Crock pot, fucking open fire. I got a damn cast iron. What are the Dutch oven? Is that what the pot things are called? The cast iron.
Yeah.
Ones? Not
Yeah,
where
that's
you
what Dutch oven
Not where you
is.
cover your wife's face up and fart under the blanket. I've done that before, and she punched me in my dick. But people did not prepare, and as shitty as it was. You know, I remember back in, I think it was like 2001. Yeah, it was the Snow Bowl of 2000 or 2001 when it snowed like crazy. Independence Bowl.
Texas A&M and
Maybe
another
Michigan
team.
State Spartans or something like that. Anyway, we went a week without electricity and gas in the middle of winter, and it was cold and snowing and nasty back then. And I know that we prepared for it, and we came out all right, just like I prepared for this one, just like I prepare for every time they tell me there's a hurricane coming. I put all the shit up that's outside so nothing gets blown away.
You know, they say failing to plan
People don't fail
Is a plan for failure.
is
People
planning
don't
to fail.
don't plan to fail, they fail to plan.
God!
There it is.
Yeah.
I love fucking phrases that are the same thing but backwards. Like I can't think of another
Like,
one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them though.
I'm sure there are.
Or what about the phrase that repeats itself? Hurt people, hurt people.
Ooh, hey.
Fuck.
You hitting us with some double letter.
That's my OnlyFans bio. Hurt people, hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people.
But like
Well,
the thing about it is, and as far as like the being prepared thing goes, that also goes for the people that should have like fucking insulated and winterized and prepared all of the power plant facilities and water mains,
Well,
and
but-
all of the institutions should also have infrastructure in place to deal with
Prepare,
that.
yeah.
Well, let me ask you this then, and I mean this sincerely. How much can they prepare when nobody else does, and it puts that much of a strain on the system? When hold on, when nobody prepared for this, and they didn't put extra insulation in their attic like they should have, and they bought 5 goddamn space heaters and plugged them in because they didn't buy extra blankets. They were just trying to stay warm, and you got everybody taxing the system. How much can the system prepare for that, and it still crash at the end of the day? And then we're still
Mars.
in the same boat. What?
Mars.
Yeah,
This
back to
wouldn't happen on Mars.
It wouldn't
This
happen
wouldn't
on
happen-
Mars.
but
You
No,
don't
no,
even
need
need space
with
heaters
solar.
in space.
Here's what I
I
mean.
think that's where you would need them, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it cold out
Oh,
there?
the heat space. No, well, I don't think they could have prepared in a week, Johnny. But I think they had years and years
Yeah.
to prepare.
Well,
That kind of preparation.
again, I think that, and don't get it wrong, I prepared. I have gas heaters. I have firewood. If the power would have gone out here, we would have dealt with it.
Well, that's
Would it
because you're
have-
privileged,
Would it have
Johnny.
sucked? Abso-fucking-lutely it would have sucked. Am I privileged? No. I've spent my hard-earned money on things that we need later.
I'm sorry. What's money?
Instead of now.
I don't know what money is.
I do, because I worked my fucking tits off for
Must
it.
be nice.
Yeah,
it
well,
must
Really
be
did not
nice.
work your tits off.
No, my back tits.
They are still perfectly.
My
they're
back,
still perky.
my
bees.
back tits are smaller than ever, but these up here, baby.
Well,
I
look,
was like,
some of us had to
up
spend
here,
money
Tony.
on drugs for the last 10 years. All right, buddy.
Hey, buddy, do you think this marijuana over here smokes itself? I don't.
No, I said drugs.
I
Okay,
only
I've been
say-
having
Oh,
snowstorms
okay,
every
sorry.
winter.
Sorry.
I only
I don't
only
do
say
drugs.
it smokes
You're
itself to
absolutely
my
right.
wife, but
Oh.
but no, like that's the thing, and that's kind of the true argument I was making was that a lot of what was going on during this Snowmageddon, a lot of organizations put a lot of the blame on the people and then took none of it themselves, and the people put all of the blame on the institutions.
Much like the snow, there's enough blame to go around.
Yeah, there's more than enough to go around.
And I guess I'm trying to say the same thing, is that it's not just facilities not preparing over the last however many years.
Nobody did.
It's nobody. It's old, inadequate fucking houses and old plumbing and people not updating their shit and slumlords and people who just, buy a house, move into it, and don't do nothing about it.
And I'll tell you what else. Now that everything's back to normal, no one's out there like, oh, let's fucking prep now for the next time. No, it's just like, well, that's gone. That was a hell of a story.
Yeah.
Because we get comfortable. We think however things are right now are going to stay that way. That's just how we are.
And COVID should have taught you differently with the whole toilet paper and all that bullshit.
Yep.
That should have taught you that. And look, COVID's no different than Hurricane Rita or fucking the nor'easter or whatever the fuck it was that come down from Canada. Polar vortex, excuse me. It's all the same shit. It's shit that you need to prepare for that you have no control over. You have no control. You, as an individual, have no control over the supply chain that gets to fucking Albertsons, Brookshire's, Kroger, any of those places. The only thing you have control over is what you got in your house right now.
And Amazon.
But you see what I mean?
Absolutely.
But
we're old enough to know better,
We should be.
Some people.
You and I
don't know
definitely
where
should be
their
old.
fucking
All three
heads
of us
are.
should definitely be old enough to know better. You're a little bit
there
younger
are
than us,
people
not
who don't know
much,
how to
right?
pump their own gas. Like, there are people who don't know how to do the stuff that we couldn't even. We're just like, they just weren't ever taught. They literally don't have any experience being hands-on with certain types of things.
This actually, this came up with me. Like, I was with a group of people. They didn't know how to use ratchet straps. And I was like, it's a strap that ratchets. How can, and at first I was like, I couldn't believe it, but then I realized, no, wait, I was taught from 8 years old. Somebody got my ass in the back of a truck to be like, you're small, get back there, fucking ratchet these straps up. And so, like, not being taught that your entire life, I can see how it would be like such a foreign concept. But
it just hasn't come up. When have you ever needed a ratchet strap? You know? Yeah. So
a million times.
But that's the thing. Like,
I mean, a lot of people, some people just never had that. But they could probably, write code or something. I'd be like, what is that?
But it's also
skill set.
But it is also the principle of, like, I understand that you were never taught this, but it's also you didn't exercise any critical thinking skills on this whatsoever.
And forethought, yeah.
Because, like, they're not hard to figure. Certain things like this aren't hard to figure out. And to be perfectly honest, I've been with people who didn't know how to use things that I did know how to use. I purposefully didn't say anything, and within a couple of minutes, they were able to figure it out.
Yeah, I think the hardest part about a ratchet strap is figuring out which way you put the strap in to make sure it doesn't get wrapped up in itself. That's it.
Yeah. And so, but some people just won't. They won't exercise critical thinking skills.
I've seen.
It's broken.
Yeah, no, I've seen. I know they break down. They can't. I can't,
yeah, something's broken. Well, it's just this is how I live now.
Call somebody to fix that.
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah. No, I mean when you can't call. I put out a bullshit little video, and we've gone pretty good. I put out a bullshit little video for that snow day, and one of the things that I think I said, or I should have said, is one thing I'd advise is walk outside and walk next door, each side of your house, knock on the door, introduce yourself to your neighbors, go across the street, introduce, because when your leg is broken in the backyard and you're screaming help, they're the ones that are going to hear you.
What if you break your leg trying to introduce yourself? Before you go.
I guess you're fucked.
I'm just kidding. Actually, I would say that that's the worst possible time to introduce yourself, because it's like, fuck, I only got so many beans. Maybe when things get better, I'll say, hey, by the way, next time this shit happens.
Well, that's what I actually said was when this is all over.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah. Or you figure out which one of them looks the tastiest. That way, when things get really, really bad, you know who to go to first to get some cannibalism going.
If I know my neighbors, right? I know all the neighbors that have dogs.
Which one's the
tastiest? Neighbors
tastiest?
that have cats. I don't have to know that because I know a couple of my neighbors have geese.
Ooh.
I eat a goose.
Is that the one you stole the insulation from?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Borrowed the
Okay.
insulation.
Creatively acquired is how I like to put it.
So if this happens again, their goose is cooked.
Hey-oh!
Okay, that's the perfect note to end on right there. That's actually that was so sweetly set up and carried forth. That was a true dunk.
I'm actually proud of myself.
Yeah.
Well,
once this year, and it just happened.
All right. So
I don't think we covered a lot, but I don't think we covered a little either.
Yeah. I think
we covered just the right amount.
I feel like farts should be more accepted in society.
Absolutely.
It's painful to hold them in. Like that. But no, I did want to promote my Instagram. It's Tony Tamaccio, Tony Tamaccio, and my Facebook page, same name. That's where I post. I don't really get into. It's not as personal. It's mostly just comedy related stuff, and I'm gonna post some YouTube videos sometime soon. So
awesome.
Yeah,
like
looking
to
forward to
direct
that.
people there. So and looking forward to the next Missing Link show whenever that is.
Yeah,
well, it'll be next month, and I don't know who I'm putting on it. I literally
Well,
just got
from
a
when-
text message back from
it'll be
Tramac.
this month because
Oh yeah, it is March. That's right.
because it's now
Yeah.
especially when this drops, it
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah.
You're that guy, aren't you? Who's like, well, who's like at midnight? You're like, well, technically it's tomorrow.
I'm not a John Mulaney that person. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a technical person. It's just I realized this is gonna drop a week into
Yeah.
Very professional.
yeah. But absolutely, thank you all of you guys for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button for notifications whenever we drop new videos. We're looking for a ton of new content coming to the channel soon, hopefully. And so no matter what, we're going to try our best to keep you entertained. Thank you, and you small.
You small.